yes. Come on in, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I feel like I'm a little delayed, but hopefully you are seeing me and hearing me clearly. I'm sharing this broadcast out to a few people because this is We Shine Media Solutions, and we are starting our Becoming Her series. Yes, it's going to be a whole series of all 25 ladies who are co-authors of the book Her, which is unshakable, unbreakable, and unstoppable. So if you're tuning in, make sure you go ahead and share this broadcast out. Let people know that you are in the building. Let them know that you want to make sure that you connect tonight because this is the beginning. This is interview one. So I'll be doing an interview every night for the next 5 weeks at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you get in. Make sure you get in where you fit in so that you can get an idea of all of the phenomenal ladies that are part of this project. This is an anthology. It's already released, but we're just building up to something magnificent. We just had our Becoming Her experience and gala on Saturday, April the 25th. And when I tell you, it was a phenomenal experience. We had, I think, about 14 ladies show up, and it was just great. And so we got a chance to love each other, hug on each other, celebrate and pour into each other. And it was just the experience that I know each one of us needed. And so please make sure that, like I said, you come on in because I'm getting ready to bring to the virtual stage the first one. Listen, she is going to do it to you. I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to let her be her because she is bad all by herself. So let me bring on the first guest, Christil Worsley. Woo!
Hey, how y'all doing?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. It was so, when I first, let me say, it was so amazing to see you this weekend at the Becoming Her experience. And
Yes.
I know everybody couldn't make it, but you know what? You traveled here to the ATL, you showed up, you celebrated, got to listen to people who were, pouring into us. And so tell me first and foremost, I'm gonna just let you talk about the experience, then we're gonna go back and talk about the book. But how was the experience for you?
The experience, let me say, the pre her was rough. The flight, the hotel, all of that
Mm-hmm.
was just, it was like, okay, girl, you gonna turn around and you going home. That's what I thought. But then I said, you know what? I had to be there because every obstacle that was trying to prevent me, I knew I had to be there. And so when I got there and I heard all of the empowerment and everything, I said, oh, this is why. This is why the obstacles came, the trials came, the doubt came, the fear came, because it was something that I needed to become her.
To become her, because
Yes.
a lot of times it is the missing piece. A
Hmm.
lot of times, and then sometimes we don't even know that anything is missing. We think we are doing the doggone thing. We think we showing up. We think we are, living life. And even though life be lifing, sometimes we feel like, okay, it is what it is. But if God did it for me before,
He'll
he
do
can
it.
do it again.
Do it again.
But even in the midst of thinking and believing all of that, we still have our moments
Mhm.
where we feel like, you know what, I don't know about this
Mhm.
thing because maybe something's trying to tell me this is not where I need to be. Like you
And this
said, the
is
plane ride, the hotel stay, those were things that could have had you say, you know what, y'all, I'm out.
yeah,
I'll catch you another time.
yeah,
But that's the enemy setting you up to
right,
miss something that was meant for you to be there.
right, right.
And you push
And
through.
the thing that Dr. Ada really thing that happened was we all week last week, all week, I was sick every day. Every
Mm.
day. That it started the Friday, not this Friday, but the Friday before. I got sick at work. I had to leave. My blood pressure was extremely high. I was having muscle spasms. I was
Wow.
having flare ups. And I had
Wow.
said at one time, I don't know if I'm gonna go because I don't want to travel sick. But
Wow.
I kept hearing. You need to go. You gotta go.
Got to
Push
go.
me. I pushed. I pushed. And everything that was mentioned, every prayer that was prayed, every inspirational word that was given, every nugget, every presentation was for me. It was for me.
Mm, that is such a beautiful realization because I feel like for so many people, we don't push hard enough to get what's for us. We'll give up because things be difficult. And I'm not minimizing anybody's situation, whether it's financial issues, whether it's health issues, whether it is, you're just going through a storm or going through a season. We have those things, and we already know that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So
Yes,
whatever he
ma'am.
can make in front of you to
Yes,
make
ma'am.
you think you're not going to be able to overcome,
Yes,
the book that we did makes that a lie.
ma'am.
Because at
Hmm.
the end of the day, it doesn't matter what, because the word says no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Share
And
prosper.
when we understand that, that automatically means that, baby, I'm unshakable.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're throwing to me, you can't shake me.
Right.
Whatever you throw at me,
Right.
you can't break me because I'm
Right.
unbreakable.
Right.
Whatever happens, because let's just keep it real. Even before we got on this interview, we were having technical issues.
Yeah.
So it's always something,
It's always
and I'm gonna even step out here and say this, Christil. The fact of the matter that you have been pushed so hard with health challenges before getting to the experience, while at the experience, and then even getting on here to talk about the experience makes me know that, baby, what God has for you
just for
is
me.
so huge,
Yeah.
so amazing, so powerful that everything that could be designed to stop you, it won't prosper at all.
I'm gonna keep pushing. I told God today, I said, God, you know I'm a big girl. Okay, so come on. You're putting a lot on these shoulders, but he let me know that you can handle it. I give my biggest battles to my strongest soldiers.
Mm. And you know what? It's something about understanding what that means. That doesn't mean that your life is going to be peaches and cream. It doesn't
Mhm.
mean that the road is going to be easy. It doesn't mean that you won't have trials and tribulations. But what it does say is that I know you were built for this. And
Yeah.
because you were built for this, you won't break. It
Mm-mm.
may be difficult, but you won't, they can't stop you from what belongs to you. What's meant for you is meant for you. And if we can help other people understand that,
Mhm.
there's power
Yeah.
in knowing that whatever's meant to destroy you will really only build you up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna
It's
make me
really going to
stronger.
elevate you to that next level.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's powerful. So I'm going to back up because I want to properly, I just had to get it out because you was at the experience and I was just so excited. But I want to back up because I want to give them a little bit about your bio.
Okay.
So it starts off by saying you are an author, an
Yes, ma'am.
educator, a woman of faith, and a transformational voice who writes from the deep places most people try to hide. As the
Mm.
author of The Other Side of Ugly,
Yes.
Christil is known for her raw honesty, spiritual insight, and the ability to turn pain into purpose. Let's sit right there for a minute because I want to talk about the other side of ugly. Because
Okay.
although we're talking about her, in order to get to her, you had to talk about the other side of ugly.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Let's
ma'am.
let's hit it.
Yes, ma'am. The other side of ugly was my saving grace. The other side of ugly was written to inspire somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That those ugly things that you're going through or that you went through, that thing that was designed to break you, like you said, it didn't break you. You might bend, but you didn't break. It was designed to tear you down, but it allowed God to build you up. It was designed to make you feel ugly and ugly on the outside and ugly on the inside. But it also allowed God to show you beauty, that you are beautiful, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, you
Yes.
know. And so when I wrote that because all those negative things, generational curses, depression, um, low self-esteem, all of that, not feeling worthy.
Mm.
I had an antonym
Mm-hmm.
for each one of them,
Right.
you know. So what the enemy says, God will always talk louder. He will always call you blessed when you
Yes.
feel like you're not. He's
Right.
always going to call you what he called you and designed you to be. So the book was to let the enemy know you didn't do anything but make me greater. You didn't do anything to you allowed me to drop to my knees. That's where you messed up. You allow me to drop to my knees. You allow me to begin to talk to my daddy. You allow me
Mm.
to let me know that your voice might be loud, but his voice is louder.
Come on. And that's the thing. When something brings you to your knees, we think that's the negative, but that actually positions you for powerful conversation with the one who's going to change the situation. And
Exactly.
when you can understand that, baby, I got somebody. Well, you know how they say when somebody messes with you, say, "Oh, hold up, I got
Hold
something
on.
for you.
Yeah, I
I
got.
got something for
Yeah,
you."
yeah.
And this ain't what you want.
Mm-mm.
People got to understand when you get to a place in your life where you understand that what you don't want to do is mess with me,
It's mess with me. Mm-hmm. You don't want
what you're
that.
not going to be able to handle is the one who going to get you
You
when I
don't want
say,
this
okay,
smoke.
you see what they're doing, you see
Yeah,
you see what's going on. I don't even
yeah,
really have to tell you because you already
yeah,
know.
yeah,
My God
yeah,
already knows
yeah.
what I'm going through.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And and even in that ugly state, he was empowering me, whether I knew it or not. It didn't feel good. It felt like it didn't feel like I was coming out.
Mm,
But the closer I got to my other side,
mm-hmm.
and I could look back and say, "Oh, you're not there anymore." I can
Oh,
look back at it because I'm here and it's back there. Oh,
mm-hmm.
baby, that was his strength right there. Because he let me know he's going to be with me every step of the way.
Every
My
step.
steps might stop, but he's still going to push me in my back. Say, come on, girl, you got this.
And I'm going to take it even a step further. If you stop, sometimes he has to pick you up
Uh huh.
and carry you
And carry you.
to the
Yeah,
other side.
yeah,
So that's what
yeah.
you got to understand that no matter what, no matter how ugly it is over here on the other side, God is going to take you, whether He pushes you or whether He carries you. You're
Mm-hmm.
going to make it to the
You
other
going.
side. But what you need to understand is you don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to stay in that ugly place.
Nope.
See, depression is ugly.
Yeah.
Having anxiety is ugly.
It's ugly.
Feeling lonely is ugly. It's a
Ugly.
whole lot of things. Feeling abandoned
It's
is
ugly.
ugly. Feeling rejection is ugly.
Super
But on
ugly.
the other side of that, God already
Mm-hmm.
said, baby, I created
I
you
got
to
you.
be something amazing.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
created
yeah.
you to be a masterpiece. I
Mm.
created you to have um, greatness that shines through you, you know.
Yeah.
And I always say my favorite poem is by Marianne Williamson, where she says, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our
Mm-hmm.
deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. But
Mm-hmm.
the world wants you to think that you are in lack.
Mm-hmm.
But my God always says, baby, it's always abundance for you because
Mm-hmm.
you're right.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Come
see,
on.
we
Kevin
gotta
said,
know.
God restores beauty for ashes. Won't He do
Yes. 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 That thing that looked so ugly. Now that I'm now that I'm looking at it, the same thing I'm looking at, it's not ugly anymore.
It's not ugly
We
anymore.
can find beauty in everything. But
Come on.
when you're stuck and you're in it, you can't find beauty until you know that you're beautiful. I had to tell myself, I don't have to look like and act like everybody else. Yeah, I'm 200 plus pounds. So what? I feel good. When I was 190 pounds, I was miserable.
Mm,
So my weight shouldn't be an issue.
exactly.
But while I'm waiting on him, I learned to love me. So I stopped thinking about the pounds and started
Mhm.
thinking about the time frame that I'm waiting on him.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm
he's
going to
just
tell
so
you
good.
what was really so powerful to me. in that book is that, and I've grabbed it and ran with it, baby, because that was really the underlying story for becoming her.
Mm-hmm.
When you said we are healing for real this
I'm
time.
a heal for real this time.
This time, I don't care what I go through,
I'm
whether
a
it's
heal for real.
divorce, whether it's losing a job, whether it's dealing with some health challenges, whether it's whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm healing for real this
I'm a
time. I'm
heal
going
for
back
real.
and getting that little girl who felt unworthy, unloved,
Mm-hmm.
unappreciated, with
Mm-hmm.
low self-esteem, or didn't feel like she was going to
Mm-hmm.
be chosen.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back and getting her, and we are running together to get everything God has for
Everything.
us. And we're
Everything.
not stopping until we have it.
Everything.
But you gotta heal for
You
real.
gotta heal.
And in healing for real, let's be honest, that's on the other side of ugly. Because there's some ugliness before you have to deal with that before you get to the other side.
Yeah.
And a
And
lot of times we
when
don't
you
want to do that.
heal, when God gave me that when I was in the hospital, and we keep pushing, you go, I know for me, I get out the hospital, I go straight to work. I get out the
Mm-hmm.
hospital, I'm doing this. I'm taking on this, taking on that. And God gave me in the hospital, and he said, you're going to heal for real this time. So I
Mm,
had to sit down and just do nothing.
mm.
Do nothing. Was that hard? Yes, it was.
Yes.
Not that,
Yes.
but he had to sit me down to heal me. And I'm still healing, you know. When those pains and those issues come, and the thought of, okay, God, you said you was going to heal me, and what's taking so long? I need you to go ahead and do this because I got stuff to do. But I know that I'm healing for real. Because
Yeah.
when I get sick, I shut it down. I don't push. I don't do nothing. So I'm healing for real this time.
Yes. I'm not rushing the process
Mm-mm.
because I feel like what we don't understand is that there's a process to everything. Social
Mm-hmm.
media makes you think that um it's a quick
It
fix.
happened
Everything
just
is,
like that. Yeah.
what I say, a sparkle, I was laughing when I say, but we want God to be a genie in the bottle. And so we just want to have him do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's
Yeah.
supposed to miraculously be
Yeah.
amazing. But
Mm-hmm.
Sparkle said, but not getting healed is harder.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
think that, it's hard to go through the journey of getting healed and for real and becoming her. But on the other side of that, it's
Mm.
harder.
It's hard.
And we don't sit back and think about, but they talk about, it's expensive to do certain things, but it's expensive to not.
Right. Right.
Choose
Exactly.
your expensive.
Right.
Choose your heart.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. It's expensive to eat organic stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
we look at all, you have to buy all this stuff. And I just use this as an example for me.
Right.
It's easier for me to go and pick up some McDonald's for my son because he's the
Right.
baby. He likes
Right.
McDonald's. So I can buy $5 meal. But when I got to go and buy, I want a smoothie, I got to buy all these fresh vegetables and all this
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And I'm looking
Mm-hmm.
like, I could have spent $10 here, but I spent $75 just buying fruit. But
Exactly.
it's better for me.
It's better for you. And what we don't realize is that you think the honest thing about it, Christil, is that we're thinking in the now.
Mm-hmm.
In the now,
Mm-hmm.
75 versus 10 is like, girl, you could have saved that money.
Yeah.
But in the long term,
Right.
75 now is better than thousands of dollars because you got to have surgery or you got to get medications or you got to do some other
Mm-hmm.
things. See, we
Mm-hmm.
don't look down the road
Yeah.
at the long-term
Yeah.
cost.
We
All
got to
we
shift
see
our
is
mind.
what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sparkle said process is part of believing your weight and developing patience.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
have to. You
Yes.
have to understand that it is a process that
Mm-hmm.
requires you to
Mm-hmm.
live intentional. Because
Yeah.
when you live intentional,
Yeah.
now you start setting yourself up for those
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to read the second part of your bio where it
Okay.
says, you believe that what tried to break you can become what builds you. Your
Yes.
message is simple but powerful. You can face the mirror, tell the truth, and still rise beautiful on the other side.
Mm.
When you're not writing or teaching, you're pouring into your family, encouraging your community, and helping women discover that God's grace is stronger than any label they've worn. The
Wow.
struggle will, this is your quote, the struggle will define you, it will develop you.
Yes. The struggle, my struggle does not define who I am. It doesn't. all that negative stuff that I went through, all of that ugly stuff that I went through, it didn't define who I am. I'm not going to stop talking. I'm not going to stop praying. I'm not going to stop encouraging because that's what it wanted me to do. I'm not
Yeah.
going to stop being open and transparent about anything that I did, said, or done. I'm going to encourage. I'm not going to be ashamed of anything that I went through because I was. I was embarrassed. I was
Mm.
ashamed. I was, oh, people shouldn't know this about you. Why not? I was big and bad enough to do it. So I'm going to be big and bad enough to be honest about it.
Come on. And I feel like for so many people, when we had the experience over the weekend, one of the things that I said, we were talking, somebody asked a question. I was saying, it's three things that keep us on the other side of ugly, keep
Mm-hmm.
us from becoming her.
Mm-hmm.
And it's wanting to be validated by other people.
Yeah.
We want everybody to see only the good things, but
Yeah.
the word says all things work together,
All things.
good and bad,
Good
good, bad,
and
and
bad.
ugly,
Yeah. Seeing and not seeing. You know.
seen and not seen. It's all working together.
Mm-hmm.
And just because the reality is, Christil, all of us have something because the word says we all fall short.
We all fall
So
short.
you can't say, "Oh, it couldn't be me. I wouldn't do that." But if somebody looking at you saying it couldn't be
It
them
could
because
be.
they wouldn't do what you do. They
Right.
wouldn't deal with what you deal with. They
Right.
wouldn't live how you live.
Right. And the Bible also says a good man falls 7 times. So it is a man. So it lets us know that everybody is capable of falling,
Yes.
but we get back up.
But we get back up.
That's
And
the
that
part.
is the key thing. You don't have to stay there. And becoming her, that is the ing part. That means it's a continuation. That
That's
means that
right.
you don't stop. It's not
Mm-hmm.
become and then that's it.
Yeah,
You're
that's it.
becoming.
Yeah,
That
become
means
me.
that you
Yes.
continuously
Yes.
are
Yes.
moving toward the goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. And we got to keep moving because if you stop moving, you're stuck. You stop moving. To me, when you stop moving, you become complacent. Oh, I have arrived at where I was trying to go. So now I'm going to continue moving. I'm going to continue becoming her. And when those speakers, y'all were amazing. When I tell you, y'all were amazing. Sparkling with the trash can.
Yes, yes,
Oh my God, Miss Cynthia with the bag lady.
yes.
Oh,
Was
you
that
know,
not
I cried so
amazing?
much. Whew. Mm.
Like Sparker said, you just got to know when we fall, we get back up no matter how bad it aches.
Yeah,
Tammy said,
yeah,
we are worth the work of becoming. My
yes.
future depends on my grind.
Good word.
And
Good
that's
word.
what you got to understand. What you do today is building the future you. So
Yeah,
if you don't like where you are now, it's because of the decisions that you made before.
yeah.
So now you got to think if I want my life to change,
Mm-hmm,
I've got to be the one to change it.
mm-hmm.
I'm not waiting on somebody to ride up on a white horse and save the day for me. I've got to sit back
You gotta do
and
something.
understand that if it's gonna be, it's up to me. And I gotta trust God that He's gonna allow it to happen for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stop. I
No.
gotta keep on moving. I gotta
That's
keep becoming. I
yeah.
gotta keep growing. I gotta
Yeah.
keep elevating. I've got to keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. After the conference and when I got back to the hotel, I called my son and I was talking to him and he was just he was sad about a situation. And I had to tell him, I said, faith without works is dead.
Yes.
So we can ask God for anything that we want to ask Him for. And He hears us when we pray. But you
Mhm.
got to do something.
You
And I
gotta do
told him, I said, sometimes we have to use small and simple things to confuse the enemy. I said,
Mhm.
so you can tell God what you want. I told him to get a piece of paper and write down what you want God to do on one side of it. And on the
Mhm.
other side, write down what you have to do.
Mm.
And he looked at me first and I said, did you hear what I said? And he said, yes, ma'am. I said, tell God the things, your desires.
Mhm.
You know, If you want a job or a better job or a car or a house, put that down. But then what you got to do? You got to on the other side, you got to do something.
You got to do something.
You got to do
Whether it's saving money, whether it's
get
getting
your
your credit,
credit right. Yeah, you
whatever
got to
it
do
looks
something.
like.
If
You
you
got
want a car, you got to have license. You got to do something.
you got to do something. Ain't that the truth? That's right. That right there, I think, is the missing key because we always feel like I said, social media makes you feel like you don't have to do anything to get certain things. But I don't care who it is or what it is. You always have to take action.
Got to do something.
You got to do something. Even in love, love is an action word.
Love is an action word.
It's an action word. Everything that you can think about requires movement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It
Yeah. It
requires
requires you
action.
doing something. It
Yes.
requires work. It requires action. Like you say, you got to do something. We go to God and tell God all this stuff that we want, but we want to sit on the couch and be fat and lazy.
Exactly. And then wonder why it's not happening.
And wonder why we ain't getting no result. Because we ain't doing nothing. I sure want to lose 30 pounds, but every day I eat a Twinkie.
That part. But let me go back because I want to say, again, we're talking about, we're starting the Becoming Her series. So, of course, every author, all 25, will be coming on every night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're talking about, the book, Her, Unbreakable, Unshakable, Unbreakable, Unstoppable. And Sparkle said we have to stop talking about it and being about it.
Exactly.
And one thing, your chapter, the title of your chapter was "I Made the Struggle Look Good." Talk about that.
I made the struggle look good. God is funny because when he deal with me, he give me just like outlandish stuff. Like people be like, they probably think I'm conceited, but I'm not. I just know that when I was struggling, a lot of people didn't know it unless I told you. Like today, you might not know that I've had struggles today because I refuse to let the enemy beat me down. I refuse to have the enemy have me walking around looking like I'm broke, poor, and disgusted. I might not have 2 pennies to rub together, but you'll never know. That's why I say I made the struggle look good. Yeah. I made it. I want to represent Christ. And Christ is not going to have us just walking around any kind of way and being any kind of way. Even when I'm struggling, he tells me to lift my head up. Even when I'm struggling, he tells me, girl, you got this. Go do what you got to do. If you got to put some makeup on, let's go. If you got to get your hair cut, let's go. Because you got to confuse the enemy. Because some days he want me to look like a ragamuffin. But I refuse to.
What you say, refuse to? I can remember my grandmother saying all the time, girl, make sure you put some lipstick on. Make sure you go out that door looking right.
Looking right.
Because it's something about when you look good, you feel good.
You feel good.
And you feel, you know what I'm saying? It's like riding a dirty car. It rides better when it's clean.
When it's clean.
It's something about when you in your house, baby, when you make up that bed, it's a feeling that just, you can rest in your house when you have things that is uncluttered and unbothered. And I want to go to this question that Tammy had because it made me think about one of the things we did at the experience. But the question was, what's stopping us from becoming? And so we did this thing, where everybody wrote on a piece of paper and said, what's holding you back from becoming her? And then you had to get up because we weren't going to help you. You had to get up and take action and go throw it in the garbage can and say, I'm no longer going to allow this to keep me from becoming. What were you getting ready to say?
I was going to say, that's a good question because I must have missed that part. But I will do it. I promise you. I'm going to write me when I get off of here. I'm going to put it in a piece of paper. I'm going to put it on a piece of paper and I'm going to throw it in the trash.
And throw it in the trash. We were playing the song Leandria sings, this is my Exodus, which is, And so at that part, when you said this is my Exodus,
that's right.
Throwing it away means that I'm done. I'm not going to hold me back, whether it's procrastination, whether it's low self-esteem, low self-worth, whatever it is that has been holding you back from becoming who God designed you to be. Because if he says, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, who are you not to? And then prophet comes back and says, and don't be a trash lady.
Trash
Don't
lady, no.
get it.
I ain't digging it up out of
Don't
trash.
get it back in there. When God releases you from a relationship that is not good for you, stop going back and picking that thing back up. When he said let it go and know that
Mm-hmm.
if I never go back to this again, it's for my good. It's
Oh
for
my
my
God.
benefit. It's
Yep.
going to be better. It may not feel
Mm-hmm.
like it,
Mm-hmm.
but he's releasing you from something. Tamisha said that was so powerful. It took me a while to get up. It was so real.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think when we release that stuff, because it's familiar to us,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times we don't want to release what's familiar because we don't know what's going to be replaced, what it's going to be replaced with.
So we rather
So
settle. You know how people say, well, I'd rather settle for eating the food that's on this plate than getting up and seeing what else is on the other side. Because
right,
what if they don't have, what if they ran out, or what if I don't like it, or
right,
what if whatever? But what if you do?
right,
What if it
right.
is better?
Yeah,
What if
what
it
it
is
is?
everything you've always wanted and then some? Or what if it's something you never even imagined you needed until you got it and realized that's exactly what I needed and didn't even know it.
What if your blessing is right there? But because we're so comfortable, we're so we think we have security in what we have right now. We got to go for the what ifs. The what ifs, your million and billions might be over there. But
Because
because we're
it's a
not
risk
obedient.
involved, and we don't like to take risk. We want to be comfortable and we want to be stationary.
Yeah, yeah.
We don't want anything to rock the boat. But sometimes when you rock the boat, foolishness falls out.
Foolishness. Come on. Some gonna fall out that boat.
Some fall out when you rock the boat. Sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
gotta, do some things in order for change to occur.
Mm-hmm.
Because change is always going to be. That's why seasons change. If God
Yeah,
meant everything to stay the
yeah.
same, it would be the same temperature all the time. The
All the
sun would
time.
always be out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he allowed change to happen. That's why
Mm-hmm.
we, go from stages, from being a baby to a toddler to,
Right,
a
right,
child to a teenager to an adult
right.
to an elderly
Yeah,
person.
elderly person.
You don't stay the same, and you shouldn't want to.
Nothing
Because
stays the
there's no
same.
growth in staying stationary.
Yeah. And when we stay the same, we're not allowing God to grow us. My family, my kids, and my 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 actual children, my friends, my um, son-in-law, we do a Bible study every week, and it's called Growing Deeper. And we have we're working out of John now, so we're on John chapter 11. We have questions that we answer. But the beautiful thing, Dr. A, is those seeds that were planted in those kids a long time ago, God is watering them because now they're learning the word for themselves. They're studying for themselves. They're praying on their own. This is not anything I have to initiate. They're encouraging on their own. So in
Wow,
order for us to grow deeper, we got to put some work in.
we do.
We
We
got to put
do.
some work in.
Tamisha said, God is not the author of confusion. The back and forth keeps you confused.
It
And
does.
that is so true
It does.
because God, again, is not the author of confusion. He doesn't have you live in chaos, that
Mm-mm.
dysfunction and the toxicity that we allow. God didn't tell you to do that.
No,
There's nothing
no.
about that God said, this is what I want for you. He
Mm-hmm.
said, I know the plans I have for you.
For you. Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it's not to be in that. And the
Mm-mm.
thing about it is, we've got to be strong enough to understand that walking away, that's a powerful thing to be able to do, to walk away or to say no or to,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
We don't feel like, no can be all by itself. Old people an explanation.
No. But that's what we've been trained that when we say no, I got to tell you why I'm saying no. No, I'm saying no because I want to say no, and that's period. Period
Period.
means stop. We done. That sentence
That's
is
it.
over. We ain't
That's
talking
it. That's
about that
all.
no more. Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. And if it's not okay for somebody, then maybe it's time to understand that that person is not the person meant to continue to move forward. Because I believe I said over the weekend that, sometimes we put people in lifetime positions that were only meant to be seasonal people.
Temporary.
Only meant to be there for a reason, to teach you something or to give you something or to help you do something. But they weren't meant. But we get so attached. Our attachment is so strong. What I say earlier that the 3 things, and I started off with validation, but we love support. We always want somebody to support us, and when they don't support us, we feel some type of way. And now we want to be people pleasers because we want them to be in our corner and be by our side, but that's not reality, which leads to the third thing is our expectations.
Right. And our expectations can sometimes be too high. I have a lot of expectations for myself. I push myself to the limit because, number one, I want to be everything that God wants me to be. And sometimes that can be a little hard, depending on the day. I started, and I was doing real good. I started January 1st. I built me a prayer space in my room, and I just got, a rug and a lamp and all this kind of stuff. And I was going strong January and February, getting up 5:30 in the morning, every morning, praying. March and April got a little hard. I still did it. And I was making excuses. Okay, God, my leg is swollen this morning. Okay. I didn't stop praying, but I didn't pray in my prayer space. Then it got a little comfortable to me. See, I can only be transparent about me. It got a little comfortable to me. Those mornings it was cold. Okay, God, I ain't getting out of bed to go pray in this little cold corner. You're going to have to receive this prayer in this here bed. But I said that to say that sometimes we set expectations on ourselves that's not reasonable. They can be a little high. But it's because we want to please and do everything and be everything for somebody else. Then when you feel like you're not reaching those expectations, then you just begin to feel like, again, Christil 101, okay, I let somebody down. I didn't let anybody down. I should set reasonable goals first. I know I ain't gonna go out here and run no marathon, but I can walk the track.
Yes. And I'm gonna go on the other side of that to say that sometimes our expectations for ourselves is not what God has for you.
Nope.
Sometimes, how they say, sometimes people say, oh, I've been praying for a husband and get with somebody to get married, but that ain't God told you to get with. So you wonder why it's so hard or so difficult, because that's really not who God didn't tell you to connect with that person. You chose. You chose her.
Right.
We get a job, you apply for jobs, you get somebody, the first one to come through because you need your bills paid and everything. You just like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
God bless me with a job.
Not where He wanted you to be.
Right.
But we don't, because we're looking at the temporary comfort. We're looking for what we feel like is going to be the best thing for us.
Yes, ma'am.
But sometimes we rush into things. The expectations of we're rushing, like, you want to lose weight. And you say, oh, shoot, well, I'm going to get out here and do this, that, and the other. And the reality is, like you said, you're not even going to stay consistent with that. So you didn't set the correct expectation for yourself. Sometimes we got to start here. And when we hit that goal, then you set the next goal.
Right.
When you hit that goal, then you set the next goal. We want to bypass all of the goals and get to the finish
and get the results. Right.
But becoming her is going to require us to spend some time to sit back and understand that you didn't get into that situation overnight.
It's not going to end overnight.
And it's not going to end overnight. But you can celebrate the wins as you're going. You can take the L's as lessons, not losses, not failures. And get you some people who are ready to go with you. Some warriors who are ready to, stand in the gap. Because we said the prayers of a righteous man availeth much. Get you some people who are going to understand that, hey, We here with you. We
Yeah,
cheering you on. We
yeah,
celebrating you. We encouraging you.
yeah.
We are getting you in environments where you have somebody like a Tammy Thomas that, honey, will put a word out there on you like she did Saturday night at that gate.
Baby, won't she own it?
Woo!
Woo!
Own it. I'm
Woo!
telling you, sometimes you need to, because that word was a transformational word.
It was. It really was. It really was. It really was. It was very transformational. And I just said when I left there that day, and my coworker said, "Oh, I'm becoming her." And I said, "Okay, God, if it was nothing else for anybody else, that had to be for her, because she
Mm,
said, she just talked about everything that was said, everything that was going on." And
wow.
I said, "God, I just thank you, because I want to be, enlarge my territory." That's my prayer.
Yes.
Enlarge
Yes.
my territory. And when I say that, I want to be surrounded by people that when I'm at my lowest, you'll know it. You don't even got to talk to me. You just send a text, or even if I can have trust enough to call somebody and say, "Listen, sis, damn good day." And that's what I feel becoming her has become for me. That group chat, oh, I be killing it. I sometimes, like the day I was sitting at work today, was not a good day, but I sat at
Mhm.
the work and I laughed at they talking about the teas and everything. It's just encouragement, whether it be funny, whether it be spiritual, whether it be, I celebrate when somebody has a accomplishment like you and Miss Doris. Y'all got, I celebrate it. you know I don't want to be around somebody I can't celebrate. So when
Yeah.
you go up, I go up. When I go up, somebody else go up. That's the mindset we
Exactly.
have to have. We shouldn't have the crab mentality. But when somebody does something and achieve something, we're gonna celebrate it. I was so happy to meet Nicole.
Yes.
Everybody else, it was just like, oh, I got a whole bunch of sisters now. And so that's what becoming her, the experience that I gained, knowing that I'm not alone. I'm not in this by myself.
Isn't it a beautiful place to be?
Hmm.
When I tell y'all that group chat that we have with all of the authors, it is a great source of encouragement,
It is.
and people who are pushing each other and celebrating each other, and saying I love you and all the things.
Yeah.
And this is from a
Yeah.
group of women who most of them don't even know each other,
Don't
never
even know
met
each
each
other.
other, never even seen each other,
Yeah, but we
don't know
know that
anything
we
about
know
each
our
other.
spirits.
But the
We
spirits are
connected to the
connected.
spirit. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I just I wanted to thank you and whomever else that was involved in creating this, because it was much needed. It was so needed. I knew that it was a be a blessing, because I had too many obstacles keeping me from coming, you know. But I
Exactly.
said, I'm pushing. If I got to go in a wheelchair, I'm going. I couldn't even wear no heels, but I went in some flats.
Hey, and you showed up. Sparkle
Yeah.
says a group that's making sure everyone made it home.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly.
That
Check
prayer
in
that
and let
Dr.
us
Sparkle
know
said. Yes. Yes.
that part.
Yeah.
Get with some people who are concerned about you,
Yes.
not just riding with you when it's good, but understanding that, hey, you need some prayer. Okay, we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna pray for you. You got
Mm-hmm.
something going on over here. Okay, hey, we checking in on you. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? What's going on? Not just for show, but for
Right.
real.
But for
Because when
real.
we talk about
Yeah.
healing for real,
Healing for real. Yeah.
it goes a long way because it has to be genuine. It has
Mm-hmm.
to be intentional. It can't, you know, be wishy-washy.
Right. Right. We got to be consistent. And it has to come from my heart. It has to come from the
Yeah.
heart. When I told you all that I loved you, I meant that, because love is an action word. And all that we've done, all that you did, I have to love you because you were obedient. You
Mm-hmm.
were obedient. And so I'm just
That
so
is the
happy to
thing.
be a part of, have had to be a part of that, to where I just I'm just ready. I'm ready for the next one.
Ready for the next one. And let's just put it out there. As we are doing these interviews, we've got other things in store for you. So, we will be talking about doing one in Nashville, Tennessee. We will be going to Tampa, Florida. We will be coming to Virginia
Okay.
and doing that. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all are looking for people who want to come to help you elevate, and Cynthia said, yes, it has to be heartfelt because we've been through too much.
Mm-hmm.
We've been through too many fake relationships and, people who, have fumbled us in
Yeah.
some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Mm-hmm.
What we deal with now is straight realness.
Yeah.
And it's okay to not be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And,
It
and
is.
and when somebody says, how are you? To say, girl, you know what, today is not a good day for me, but I'm still here.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
Tammy said, you sure didn't look like what you were going through. We had a strong connection in our table, Christil. Wow.
And let me tell you something. My body was just like, I just said, Satan, as long as I got breath in it, I'm going to praise you. I'm going to praise the God. I'm praise God because that's what confused him. That's what confused him. My feet swole up. My legs swole up. My hands were cramping. But I made the struggle look good.
Made the struggle look good. And it just goes for somebody else to understand that
Yeah.
sometimes you have to press
You
through.
got to press. You got to press. When I think about, I'm sitting here looking at now, struggle. What the enemy defines as struggle. S, Satan tries ruthlessly. T, ties you to your past. R,
Mm,
ruthlessly uses guilt. I'm sorry. U, uses grief. G, grabs your peace. G, gains ground with lies. Oh my God. Lies, he tell.
mm.
Leaves you exhausted. E, entangles you. But here come God with his good and intentional self. He says, S, strength. T, through R, refining. U, uncovering. G, greater grace. Two G's, greater grace, leading to elevation. So anything that the enemy says, God always he got a clap back.
He got to clap back,
He
baby. And
got
can't nobody clap back like God. You hear me?
nobody.
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 Nobody. And
Mm,
when you believe that, you gotta believe that.
you
You
gotta
gotta
believe.
know no matter what you see, because you know
Mm,
what? It's not about what you see. It's the faith that you have that even with what you see with your own two eyes, you don't have to believe it because God is saying, I'm bigger than that. I'm
mm-hmm,
bigger than your situation.
mm-hmm.
I'm bigger than time.
Yeah,
I'm bigger than space. I'm
yeah,
bigger than anything that you
yeah.
can imagine with your finite mind.
Mm-hmm.
You eyes have not seen, ears have
Ears
not
have
heard,
not heard.
neither has it entered in. God was so dope. It hadn't even entered into your mind.
Yeah, you ain't
That's
even
how
thought
powerful
about
he
it
is.
yet. You ain't even had a thought about it. He done worked it
You
out.
can't even get the thought together to say, "Girl, God is like, baby, you ain't ready for me
Uh-uh.
at all." Let me go back. Tammy said, "Yes, we had." Wait a minute. She said, yeah, we have push days to keep it real with God. And Teresa, I appreciate you, Christil. Glad to have met you. You're beautiful inside and out. And Spark said, it
Aww.
won't be long now. God's decree is all coming together.
All coming
You
together.
got to trust that. You got to
Yeah,
believe that. In
yeah,
order to become her, you got to know it's more to the story.
yeah. And you
Yes.
got to tell yourself you are becoming her. You got to talk to yourself. You got to
Yes.
look in the mirror and you have to tell yourself, I'm that chick. I am. I am.
I
I'm who God
am.
said I am. I will be what God said I'm going to be. I don't care who don't like it, who tries to stop me. I am becoming her because I'm doing the work. We got to do the work.
Do the work. And embrace it. We do everything else. Why do you not
Yeah,
want to do the work to become better? You
yeah.
do everything else. You do a whole bunch of foolishness. Why not do something that's going to help you become the best version of yourself?
The best version of me. I want to know the best version of me. I know a good version now, but I want a better version.
Exactly. Because the reality is sometimes good is in the way of great.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We think something is good and you stop. Like you said, you think
Mm-hmm.
you've arrived. We're never arriving.
You
It's
never know.
always a next level. It's
Yeah,
always something more. It's
yeah,
always a little bit better. You think this is good? Somebody else has done it better.
Right.
God has got something else more.
Right.
The experience continues to elevate and evolve.
Yeah.
And we've got to be okay with that and know that wherever God places me, that's where I'm supposed to be.
That's where I'm supposed to be. This is my season to be wherever I am. But I'ma dance in the rain. It might be storming. It might be storming, but I'm gonna dance right in this storm because eventually the rain will stop and a rainbow indicates the storm has passed. So when I see that rain,
the better we become, the better we pour out.
Yeah.
And because you know what, you can't pour from an empty glass. You got to understand that when you decide to become her, you're filling yourself up so that what people get from this point forward is the overflow. They get that excess, they get that good coming out.
Yeah.
And you don't feel depleted. You don't feel drained. You don't feel tired. You don't feel overwhelmed. You don't feel depressed. You don't feel anxious. You don't feel any of the things that's on the other side, on the ugly side. Because you're full.
Because you're full. You're full.
I can give and it doesn't bother me.
Right.
And Sparky said, honey, I'm going to dance in the rain with you. Because you know what? It took me a long time. You know, I used to always say, if a good friend of mine, you know, loves the rain. You know, I used to be like, oh, it's going to rain, girl. But I have gotten to a place now where I enjoy the rain because it's necessary.
Yeah.
With every sunshine, you got to have rain. It's people who pray for rain. When there's so many days where there's no rain and it's dry outside, people pray for rain.
Yeah.
Learn to embrace and enjoy the rain. Learn to go out and dance in the rain. Learn to go out and spin around and say, you know what? Because if you get wet, guess what? Get your towel and dry off.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
And see, I used to hate that.
It has to be refreshing.
I gotta be open and honest. I don't like rainwater to hit me, but I tell you what, I got a new revelation now. Because my deliverance will come dancing in the rain. Because I'm telling God, even with all this stuff that's going on, I'm still moving. Dancing is a form of moving.
Yes, it is. Honey, Cynthia said that rain dance is awesome. When I tell you, when you can stop looking at rain as being, I don't want to be in the rain, to what God is doing. Because on my birthday, it rained.
Yeah.
And I said, baby, God loved me so much, baby. He's showering me.
Come on.
He's showering me with blessings, baby. I said, baby, what he's saying is, baby, what I got for you, can't nobody stop it. Can't nobody shake it. Can't nobody break it. It's all for you. And I'm letting you know that, honey, I'm going to drip it down on you till, honey, you sit around and think, God, I can't tell you nothing but thank you.
Yes.
Nothing but I appreciate what you do for me. It's a shift in how you see things.
Yeah. Once we change our mindset, then everything around us will change. But we gotta change that mindset.
Change that mindset.
So when it rain again, I'm gonna walk outside without an umbrella.
Walk outside, baby, because if you get wet, all you gotta say is God. He is raining down blessings on me, and I'm out here. Because we have our hands up in praise, God. I thank you. I praise you that you are blessing me, that you are allowing the rain to come down. Because what they say, when praises go up, blessings come down.
Yes. You better preach. That'll preach. You better preach.
Right there. Y'all, this is interview number 1, honey, with Christil Worsley. Christil, what I want you to do, when you get a chance, go back to this interview in the comments and put the difference of what you said when you broke down the letters.
Oh, okay.
Put that in there so people can go back and read that and check it out.
I will.
Because you got to know that whatever message the enemy is sending you, God has a better
God got to clap back. I'm telling you, he got to
clap back. You need to be able to speak to it when the devil said something to Jesus about about eating or some bread. He said, "A man should not live by bread alone, but by every word." See, Jesus had a clap back.
That was a clap back.
That was a
this
clap
was
back.
A little sarcastic. He got
this, but Jesus came with that. You better get you some clap back. You better read the word and get something in your spirit where you know how to challenge some people when they come for you. Say this is not what you want, because what I got is a clap back for you.
Because I got somebody on my side that's bigger than and better than anything you can come with.
He got it. He trumps it. You know when they say, oh, when you playing cards, you gotta get
Uh-huh.
the spade trump.
Uh-huh.
Listen,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
matter what you bring,
Yeah.
he got it.
Yeah.
Interview one, y'all. Listen, honey, she said, first book was The Other Side of Ugly.
Yes.
And then she had her chapter. I made the struggle look good. Understand that it's a powerful book. I'm telling you, 25 ladies,
It
they
is.
came with the fire. It is
Mhm.
amazing. We just did our very first Becoming Her event. It was
Mhm.
an experience and a gala all in one day.
Amazing.
We're not stopping. We're continuing on.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Yes, you better say it. Come on. Come on. Ain't no stopping us
Ain't no
now because we
stopping us
are
now.
unshakable, unbreakable, unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because we are healing for real this
Really
time.
for real this time.
Because God has equipped us and empowered us to rise.
Mm-hmm.
That's the HER. Heal for real this time because
Yes.
He's equipped us and empowered us to rise.
And we're resetting. Yeah. We're gonna hit that reset button.
Yes, reset and rise, baby.
Reset
I'm
and rise.
telling you, I'm super excited about where we're going, what we're doing, and we're just getting started. If you know that you want us in your city, send us a message, so
Yeah.
we can get prepared to get to where you are. If
Mm-hmm.
you know you got a few friends and you want to get together so we can, help you become her too, because that's what it's all about.
That's right.
They say, am I my sister's keeper? We should
Mhm.
be,
Yeah, most definitely. Most
most
definitely.
definitely.
Most definitely. If my sister's hurting, I need to be able to say, you know what? Baby, I've been through that one. And
Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and about to help you get one too.
hello, we coming on the other side of this together.
Together. Yes, ma'am. Crystal, how can people get in contact with you, social media wise? And
Yeah,
then
social media is Christil Lavelle on Facebook, Christil Lavelle on Instagram, and or you can just DM me or email me, Christil underscore Worsley at yahoo.com. Or, my phone. I'm not one of those people that you just can't call me. So if you need to call me and talk, we can talk. I do a lot of talking now.
love it, love it, love it. I want you in these last couple of minutes to tell the audience what you want to leave them with.
I want you to know that struggling is not a bad thing. We may have been taught that when you struggle, God is punishing us for something, or you might feel that way. But you need to know that the struggle is only preparing you for your next level. Struggling is not a bad thing. What does struggling look like? Sometimes we have to put on all the, like they said at the conference, we put on masks. No, we gonna go through this together. Struggling is okay because struggling causes you to pray. Struggling causes you to read your word. In the struggle, you got to do something. So, I just want you to know that it's okay to struggle. But it's okay. It is okay. But you got to know that God has an algorithm for your struggle. Just like the enemy tried to give you one, God has a clap back. And he's going to take you through it. Just continue to be prayerful, continue to take accountability, cuz some things we put ourselves in, we did it. But just know that all things work together. And so I appreciate the opportunity to just talk about my experience at Becoming Her. Because I'm going to be a bad Becoming Her.
Boom, that part.
That
I love
part.
that you said God got an algorithm for you. Come on and get with the algorithm. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. And
So
I
real.
love that you are a part of this book, Unshakable, Unbreakable, Unstoppable, and that you're part of the Becoming Her
Oh,
series.
I'm glad
We
to.
are just getting started, I'm telling you. And go on Amazon, get her book, the first book, On the Other Side of Ugly. Read that because that's going to give you a whole different insight. And I'm telling you, we're just getting started. Make sure you tap in, make sure you connect with us, make sure you follow us. Know that
Yeah.
we're going to be doing some tours. We've got a lot of things coming up. So ain't no stopping us now.
Ain't no
Absolutely not.
stopping us now. I love you, Dr. A.
I love you too. Stay tuned for tomorrow. We'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. The featured author for tomorrow is going to be the Dr. S. Marie Moore. So she will
Yeah.
be here to talk tomorrow, and I will see you back then. Y'all have a good night, and
Have a
listen,
good
go ahead
night.
and share this broadcast out to somebody who needs to know about becoming her.
Oh, okie dokie. Mwah.
Bye.